I'll tell you what, in most cases, people don't have 20, 30, 40, $50,000 sitting around just to plop onto a asset called a solar system. So it means that they're going to have to borrow the money to purchase a system, which will take a little bit longer to get a return on that investment. I'll give you a quick example, and this is generic, so don't hold me to it. Let's say you bought a system that cost about $30,000 or $40,000. Let's go 40 because that's easy math. The government, if you qualify, is going to give you approximately 30% or $13,000 in a tax credit, which would mean that it would cost you, let's say, about $27,000. In certain states, they're going to contribute an amount of money. In Arizona, for example, they'll give you $1,000. So it brings it down to 26. In some states, about 11 approximately, the utility companies have been slow in going green because, let's face it, they don't want us to go green. They want to still make their money by selling electricity to us, so they try to complicate it. So the government's gone in there and said, hey, you're slowing the agenda down. We're penalizing you. So in some states like DC and Illinois and New Jersey, there's an additional tariff that is sent to you in the form of a check for the amount of green energy you produce. I know it sounds complicated, but let me just put it to you this way. You could get an extra $5,000 or $10,000 or $15,000, which could bring your cost all the way down to $15,000, maybe $10,000. In some states, absolutely nothing. I know, it's crazy. Most people don't know this, and that's why there's people knocking at doors and saying, hey, did you know? But even then, people are skeptical. They're like, that doesn't make sense. How could it be free, right? And it is the exception. But the disadvantages for most people is that they don't understand it and they don't have the money, so they have to borrow against it, which takes a longer time to get a return on your investment. I hope that makes sense. Now, other disadvantages are if you live in a place like Puerto Rico, where there are hurricanes and your panels get whipped off the roof, well, then your power is not going to be supplied until you get those put back on, and you're going to have some insurance that covers that. Additionally, you need to clean them once in a while. Twice a year, wash them off. Such is the best way that they produce at a high level. Now, if you live in a place where it rains a lot, you won't have to do anything. So these are some of the things that might, for you, be a disadvantage, but overall, solar is a plus.